Yo. Yo. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Welcome. I'm going to get through the comments that were left before we got off. Let's see. We were talking about something. I think we kind of went through that, though. You know what I mean? Just wanted to know, does Pokemon art matter more or the actual Pokemon in terms of future price? Stream was working when you left and come back and it was working. That's all right. Honestly, it was probably gonna cut out again at some point. I'll work on that on my own in the meantime, so that way you guys don't have to sit through it for no reason. You know, pretty confident it was gonna mess up. It might be my computer. My computer's kind of old. Let's see. Does Pokemon art matter or the actual Pokemon in terms of future price? Bro, what matters is rarity and the Pokemon and how rare that Pokemon is and if the art is good. So all those, all the things matter. But I think people want something that's hard to get. They want something that's hard to get. You know what I mean? So when the price goes up, you know, you want it more. If most cards were $1, people want them nearly as much. I really believe that. And that's okay. What do you think the set value for Prismatic will be after 2 years? Bro, it's going to be less than it is today. Currently, it sits at 5,200. 5,200. Over 5,000. It's held quite a bit, but after 2 years, I expect it to be closer to 3 or 4. Maybe. But who knows? Who knows? No shot Prismatic is better than Evolving. LMAO, yeah. I think we were talking more about like if it made more sense to buy Prismatic and MSRP for a 5-year hold versus one Evolving Skies ETB. There you go. Grab the cam for Lamar edit. He just seems to say the opposite. The other creators just to be different on his actual own opinion. I think it's his own opinion. I mean, he agrees that Prismatic is going to be worth more than it is today. I think it's a matter of when you have a platform, you know, to have conviction in what you're saying, and I think a lot of creators do, but at the same time, like, we want to pretend like we're not partially responsible for people buying. I do believe you're ultimately responsible for your own decisions, but when a set is new, like, people should be being very careful. You know what I mean? Very careful. So I think there's a lot of sentiment that is based around that, if that makes sense. Celebration pumping this early is super funny. It kind of is, isn't it? But it's also not surprising at all. Considering where the market is, like, people are not really wanting to pay for things like Twilight at like $300. So clearly there was a buyout for Celebrations. ETBs are sitting at 190-ish on TCG Player. Pretty wild. But yeah, 6 months before the anniversary. I mean, at the same time, it's like, yeah, the 30th anniversary is, you know, January 1st next year. It's the whole year, but it's a bit arbitrary. You know what I mean? Of course, it's going to be moving before then. It's not like everybody Jan 1 is going to, you know, buy in. It's kind of interesting. What's up, Joel? Good to see you, bro. Good morning. Coffee check. Coffee check. Yep. Yes. Do you think investing in PSA 10s of the chase cards of Scarlet and Violet sets now, since most have dropped, would be a good investment? I mean, have they really dropped that much? Like the good ones? Like Bubble Mew is still quite expensive now. I guess the question becomes like, are they going to be able to print this as much as people want it? And now these sets are getting a little bit older. Maybe. It's not as clear cut though. It's a bit riskier now. It's a bit riskier. You might be better off buying raw and grading yourself. That's probably what I would do. But people might know more than me when it comes to slabs. Hello, what's up, Ethan? Good to see you, man. Can you grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit? I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? I understand that, but if you're holding pros for 3 or 5 years, you'll still be very happy you paid 91 to an ETB. Totally agree. Totally agree, Corey. I think in 5 years' time, $100 in ETB for Prismatic will probably be a steal. But you have to remember, you're still able to get the ETBs at MSRP right now. I've gotten all of mine at MSRP. And I think if you're able to put your capital in something that might be less flat over the next year, that's probably a better ROI opportunity. You know what I mean? Of course, we don't know what's going to happen with Prismatic ETBs. Clearly, there is a lot of volume to test that enough. Prices will continue to go up, but it seems like they're making an effort with all of these new releases to print more than in something like Paladin Fates. Is it still smart to buy Zenith at 220 CAD? Probably. I just got an ETB for 160, and then after shipping and taxes, like 184 US. And I'm pretty confident it's gonna be higher. It probably already is at this point. For sure. Crown Zenith 165 plus $10 shipping. Yeah. This will run at some point, no doubt. Amazing set. And is Feb 20, anniversary is February 27, 2026. Yes. Oh, good to know. Good to know. So on the first half of the year. Interesting. Pull the Bubble Mew today. Rufus, bro, that's insane. Congrats. I am so jealous. I'm so jealous. That's amazing. That card's incredible. Picked up a Silver Tempest sealed case for $21.50 on the offer. I was fairly happy with that. $3.58 a box. Yeah, that's money, bro. Especially sealed case premium. That's money all day. That'll do well. Do you think CGC Pristines are undervalued? They barely go for more than PSA 10s, but are 5 times harder to achieve. Yeah, just because they're harder doesn't mean like the market cares more. PSA is kind of the most, they're the most established grader. People want a PSA slab usually, you know what I mean? Now, not to say that can't change, but people want PSA. People want PSA. I picked one pack from a bunch of singles and had Bubble Mew. Dude, so sick. We know all the sets in Scarlet and Violet, and we know its top 3 main sets. I think you're just letting your own bias affect and see it as Vivid Voltage. I don't think it's Vivid Voltage version 2, for the record. I think it's better than Vivid Voltage. And I think it will do well over time. I've said that I don't like this product. I don't like the set that much. It's not really for me, but I've always maintained that it's a good investment long term. It will be a top set in the era. For the record, let me be very clear about that. Surging Sparks will do well. I have a box, so I'll just cover your camera for 1 second. Buy Bitcoin. There you go. Are you holding all your Prismatic? I think I am. I got it so cheap. Like I got 8 ETBs at like $55, and then I got the 2 Costco bundles. I'm sorry, I got 6, and then I got 2 Costco bundles, so that's 4 ETBs plus 4 booster bundles. And those are like $40 an ETB. So I might sell off the booster bundles, I'm not sure. Or maybe rip 1 or 2. But for me, it doesn't matter like I might consider selling some to use that capital to buy like booster boxes of something else. That would make sense, or like ETBs of something else. But yeah, I don't know. Still thinking about it. I'm not like in any rush to do anything with those at the moment. I don't mind holding them. We'll see. I'll let you know if I do. You have wealth. I have some wealth. I'm trying. We're trying to get there. Yep, made I get you? Yeah. Thanvir. That's an EU name. Thanvir Tahir, bro. Game of Thrones all name. Finally, I caught the live stream. Thank you for all the analysis so far. As a returning collector, your videos have helped to make informed decisions with all the new sets out there. Oh yeah, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And there's a lot going on. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you see value in my stuff. Thanks, bro. You think Blackpool PCTB will go up on release? I think it will go down on release and then go up after some time, as they always do. As they always do. Your video about people offloading scares me. The one I made a couple days ago. No need to be scared, man. It's just normal market cycles. People are when the euphoria is a little bit more gone and people are realizing that their money is going to be tied up for a long time. A lot of new investors get shaken out, and that's totally normal, and that's okay. What you need to remember is that the hobby is ultimately is growing more. The base is growing more with every year that passes, essentially, especially during the big bull phases. So ultimately, you don't need to worry if you have a good plan, which is what I try to say. Have a good plan. Good morning. Hello, Taco. Good to see you again, my friend. What's up, brother? How do you think Astral Radiance ETBs are a good investment? Hello, Nils. In Europe, I can get them for 55 euros. 3-pack blisters for 18. That's a good question. Long term, yes, no matter where you are. But I have to admit, the EU market is not one I'm familiar with. I know it operates quite differently. So if there's anybody in the EU who can maybe give a little context as far as supply goes, but also I know for certain long term, it'll be good. It'll be really good. 64. That's like what, MSRP basically. Seems like a good deal to me. Over Tempest to 500 this year. This year, ooh, I don't know. Maybe we might see a kick up in volume in the holiday season, but that's quite a big jump. I could see it though. I could see it. But I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on it. Guys, thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. If you wouldn't mind, don't shoot me. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button for me, it helps out with the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. You don't have to. I'm a lurker. I'm a chronic lurker in all of my all the things I browse and look at. I've spent many years not being subscribed or not liking, but if you do like it, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps out a lot. So thank you very much if you decide to do that. Really appreciate it. Should I have 20 Burning Shadow booster boxes or 40 Crimson Invasion booster boxes? Ooh. Burning Shadow, I guess, right? Hell yeah. Bro, Burning Shadows was like a chase pack for me. And for a lot of people back in like 2020, 2021. If you got a collection box with Burning Shadows in it, it was like happy days, you know what I mean? Crimson Invasion was not the case. What do you think about my current holding? A majority of it consists of Crown Zenith 51. Seems good to me. 30 Costco bundles in MSRP. And I plan to get a bunch more Crown. Should I diversify? Angela, I think you just have to have reasonings for why you're in sets. And if your time horizon is long enough, you'll do quite well. I think there's an argument to be made for selling off Prismatic right now to put into older sets. Other people will disagree. I see it both ways. I think there's a lot of opportunity in older Sword and Shield. 151 sets that have a little bit of age, because the assumption is that you'll be able to pick up more Prismatic in the future at MSRP over the next year, maybe 2, 3. How well do you think Black Bolt will do? I think Black Bolt White Flare will do well. I think it's a good set. I think it has really strong chase cards too. Really, really good chase cards. And the thing is, like Pokemon Company, they're going to print shit out of all these upcoming sets, like they are with Prismatic and Destined Rivals and all of that. It is a special set. Gen 5 is like maybe not the most popular gen, but I think the chase cards are so good that it will bring more people in. I like Gen 5 a lot, personally. The Pikachu from Surging sucks. I agree. What's up, Shoddy Bay? Gengar. Risen me up. What's up, bro? Sword and Shield will not be a top set in the era. Not a chance. I mean, it already kind of is, no? By what metric? By what metric? Compared to what? Define top set in an era. I mean, that's the question, Short Hash, isn't it? Riozo says, Angelo, sell all of it for Sword and Shield booster boxes. Probably can't go wrong there. I just think a lot of people who are going to wait for cheaper prices are going to miss out. That could be true, Corey. I mean, that's always the risk, isn't it? That's always the thing. But, you know, I would say if you believe in the set, if you think it's really good, Prismatic, all the boxes are checked. It's a great set, really strong set value, strong SIRs, evolutions. Everybody agrees it's going to do well long term. What happens in the short term, we don't really know. So maybe it makes sense to hold some and keep some. Maybe it makes sense for you to sell everything. I don't know. But one thing we know is they've printed a lot of it already, and they will continue to print more of it. And I think to sell it, you need to have a reason why. You know what I mean? Always try to have a reason for what you're doing. I was able to get Priz PCTBs on the drop. Should I keep them sealed? Yeah, don't open them. Don't open those. Do not open those. There's no reason to open those. Do not. But you just said you see both sides of TRJ. Yeah, I mean, I can see the argument for both sides. It doesn't mean I agree with one or the other necessarily. You know what I mean? I think Surging's better than Vid, but hindsight is 2020. Times have changed with demand. Rip and shippers. I know. Rip and shippers have. I don't like rip and shipping, but as an investor, rip and shipping is a huge boon to sealed supply increasing. It is undeniable. It is undeniable. Rip and shipping is also here to stay, and it's only probably going to get bigger with time. So, yeah, rip and shippers have changed everything. Long-term investors should be happy with Priz current state. Just means a metric shit ton will continue to be ripped. A metric shit ton is getting ripped. That's where you see, you know, some amount of price recovery every time we see like an unload of product into the market. It's like the demand is still so high. Like I think it'll continue to perform reasonably well. The question is, if a downturn happens, how is it affected? Probably less so than other sets, but rip and shippers are going to help it a lot. You know what I mean? Sold a couple temporal SV base and Surging. Would you rather buy an Evo box or put it all in 151? I think 151 is a great play right now, for sure. I love Evos, guys. I mean, you guys know how I feel about Evos, guys. Now, come on. I have Evo at least a little bit. Now, would I say go out and buy a booster box? Not unless you understand that it's $2,000, and at some point, if you're going to sell it, you need to know how to do that. So I'm not saying go out and buy an Evo Guys booster box, but if you had one, you'll probably be happy you did. Kay, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. 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 Hello, everybody. Again, everybody who's joined. Happy Sunday. 11 a.m. Bright and early. Coffee. Cheers. Cheers. It's good vibes, good vibes. Appreciate y'all being here. There's only one Vapor Self. There is. I like Vapor Self. I think he just needs like he needs a PR team. That's all. He needs a PR team. But I like him. He seems like a nice guy. I wonder why Pete Football had that sale yesterday. Maybe he's getting more Destiny Journey. I mean, he probably is. Probably is. Our special set booster bundles, easy to offload, and what would be a good percentage to get? I mean, that's a pretty broad question. I think it depends on the market. Booster bundles are very easy to offload for special sets because there are less products to have a lot of packs in it, right? You don't have booster boxes. So booster bundles, no fluff, no dice, no garbage. 6 packs, bang, ready to go. People like that. What would be a good percentage? I mean, depending on the set. Pokey Hideout, what's up? Do you think Evolving Skies will double? Just that question with no other context, yes. I do think it will double. The question is when, and I don't think it'll be that long relative to, the next 5 years. Almost certainly. Only 7 likes on the stream is crazy. Hit that like button, people. We got to support our boy. I didn't say it. Bon Diggle said it, yo. I didn't say it. Yo, 88 people here. Thank you so much for being here. What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Sub 100 won't return, but with MSRP likely increasing, I think 120 is a new 100. You're talking about for Prismatic? I mean, if we get more products, sub 100 is almost a certainty. And if demand, you're also assuming demand will stay the same. But it's being ripped a lot. We'll see. And we'll see if the Pokemon Company, I don't think they're going to increase MSRP that soon. We'll see. Nobody knows. For me in Norway, prices are much higher on most. Yo, shout out to, first of all, shout out to all my EU viewers. Oh, yeah. Wait, Thonvir, I thought he was from Norway. He's from the United Arab Emirates. What's up, bro? That's crazy. Said you had a Game of Thrones name. Thonvir Thahir. Dude, that's so sick, though. I can't speak for the entire EU, but I reckon on the southern part of the continent is a much different story. Things might be cheaper. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Liked and subbed. Been digging your content lately. Histio. What's up, bro? Dude, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome. Vibra, what's up? Let's go. Yo, happy Sunday morning. 11:07, 85 years. That's the most I've ever had. That's insane. Appreciate y'all being here. That's wild. Hey, Chuck, what do you think about the Evolution VMAX Premium Collection boxes? Long-term growth. They look really nice to display. The pack selection's not maybe the best, but I think long-term they'll be good. What's a good entry point for Blooming Waters? My LGS is 1 for 115. I think anything under $100 is gonna be really solid. Costco is releasing a metric shit ton of them soon, allegedly, and you can get a 2-pack for $89. So, do with that what you will. Not a guarantee that you'll be able to get some. You're gonna have to elbow a couple stinky boys in the line if you go in person, but yeah, I think 151 will do well no matter what. Hedda Palmer said hi. Wave emoji. Pokey Do, what's your prediction on Black Bolt? Bro, I hate saying this set. Black Bolt White Flare ETB will be. I think it'll be lower once it releases. Probably sub 100. Maybe not. Sub 100. We'll see, though. We shall see, my friend. That's what I was thinking. Prismatic, fairly new. While older sets being paid less attention to. I might just wait till the Costco bundles hit 200k and cash out to invest in Sword Shield. Yeah, that could be a good play. For sure. Scara, yo, what's good, Chuck? What's good, brother? How's it going? How is it going, my friend? Pulling up some stuff. Oh. Y'all should see my setup right now. It's pretty sick. It's pretty cool. You want to see? I put my phone inside of a tape roll that's top of a food scale that I use for packages, on top of a grow light that I don't use for drugs. I use it for, well, mostly as a box, but I use it for seeds. Dude, I'm so lame. Black and White are touted as the best Pokemon games, except for maybe Platinum, but Gen 5 gets no love. Only real ones know that they're the best games. Only real ones know. What's up, Danny? What are your thoughts on CDGB promo cards? Can you elaborate? My brain's not working on what you're talking about. Do you think Gold Star Greninja will continue to climb? Has a few upcoming Catalyst and Mega Greninja set, yeah. 30th anniversary, but it's already 20x. I think it's manipulation. Whether or not it's going to climb, I can't tell you, but I would not be buying into those personally. It's not for me. I think it's manipulation. Hindsight is money? Yup. Always. We'd all be billionaires. If you have regular ETBs, you should be flipping them 2 for 1 into PC ETBs while prices are down from restock. Good point, Joel. Good point. What hits 1K first, Evolving Skies, regular ETB, or Hidden Fates? Probably Hidden Fates. Probably Hidden Fates. Right? No booster box for Hidden. Amazing promo. Amazing ETB display. I bought 18 PE, PC, ETBs before the restock. Damn. Oh, you bought it above. Yeah, that's you'll be fine long term. Don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. 18 is crazy, though. Gold promos from Celebrations, UPC not talked about enough. True. Well, they're going up, aren't they? They're going up. The Pikachu. PSA 10 prices coming over 2K each. Pop reports so low. Celebrations UPC undervalued. There's been a lot of movement on the UPC. What are they now? I feel like I saw some selling for like 500 all day. I think a lot of money's flown into that product. 485. Oof. That's crazy. 450 plus $12.99 shipping. There you go. Welcome, welcome. I think the best sets will be Destined, Surging, Twilight Masquerade, 151 Priz. You hold any of them 3 or 4 years from now, you will be very happy. I agree. I agree. Special sets dominate. Destined Rivals is like a generational set to me. Generational set. I feel like I'm so behind on comments. Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. I'll try to speed up. What is your plan selling high-value items in the future? Probably go to a card show or sell it locally. Vapor gets rage baited so easily. Yeah, I think when you're a content creator and you see another content creator make a video about you, it can be pretty jarring. But I think there are better ways to respond. I think there are. Because a lot of his information is pretty sound, from what I can tell. I just think his messaging could use some improvement. But he also makes like 4 videos a day. He's kind of a freak for that. That's crazy. It is my son. Okay. All right. Okay. Bro, you almost got me. You almost got me. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. That's insane. I should end you, but I don't know how to do that on the phone. Vapor has some takes. I enjoy his videos. I like to hear all the PokeTubers' opinions. Yeah, me too. Me too. There aren't many PokeTubers I don't actually like. Nostalgianomics, very entertaining. Pretty knowledgeable guy. Has some good content. He does play. He played it up a bit. PokeProfit. I think both of these guys, they have like a little arrogance to them. You know what I mean? They're like, and like a non-TCG, everybody's like, yeah, if you're not buying this ETB, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? It's like that all the time, which is funny. But yeah, there are some things. This morning, lovely, lovely. What type of tea? What you got? What you got like tea? Finn, get out of here, man. Jesus, you're a maniac. CO Snowy Prismatic ETBs at 100 or evolving at 300. Oh, somebody else asked this. I would say Prismatic at MSRP, but it's easier to own evolving to me. You don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? I'd probably rather have the ETB. Don't mind Vapor, but in my opinion, worst pokey investor to listen to for advice. Man's opened all his sealed cases from paranoia. Is that true? Is that true? That's unfortunate. He has good reasoning. He has good thoughts about a lot of things, but you know, there is some emotional dismay that we can all learn from, I suppose. But I think he's fine. How much does 151 keep going up in the future? Good question. I think we're approaching 2 years printed. Probably not going to see many ETBs. There are rumors that they're reprinting the what's it called? The collection box. Sorry. Booster bundles. They'll probably keep making more. People are saying Costco's releasing UPCs. Is that true? I know Poke Notified came out and said that, like they updated the item on the back end or something. Blooming and bundles will be printed for probably a little while longer. But the demand is so high and the set is so good. It'll just continue to get eaten up no matter what, in my opinion. Hey Chuck, hope you're having fun with the channel. I enjoy your live Q&A. I'm holding all my sealed items over the summer, 100%. What's up, Matt? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. UK here. Hey, DC, what's up, brother? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. The omnipresent DC from the V. Omnipresent. I see you everywhere. Appreciate you, bro. Stinky Boys LLC. There you go. I was able to get a few boxes. Ooh, voice crack. You guys are going to get used to it. My voice has been cracking for 15 years. I was able to get a few boxes of 151 bundles around 40. It's crazy here in Norway. They sell them for 90 to 110. Oof. Yeah, I think 40 is a fine price. It's a good price for 151 bundles. What am I talking about? Hold at least until Thanksgiving, Christmas, preferably hold longer. Yeah, I mean, for me, like whatever I buy, I don't lose any sleep over. You know what I mean? I don't mind holding. I don't mind holding. That's the way it should be, ideally. Hi, Chuck. Do you think Celebration ETB is really to the moon or just manipulation? Yes, both. But a lot of moves happen because of manipulation these days. And then the market will slowly accept that price. And then it'll keep going up, and then months go by, less product, et cetera, but it will keep going up, in my opinion. It's already going up. Yep. Chinese 5th anniversary box, Chinese 151 surprise set, Gengar. That Gengar Pikachu exclusive is really cool. I'm keeping an eye on Chinese. I don't usually invest in like Japanese either or anything like that, but the Chinese market is really interesting. It's really interesting. That Gengar Pikachu exclusive is really cool. I feel like I'm so back on so far behind on comments. If I want surging booster box, where and when should I buy it? I think locally, if you can get it sub 200, that I would do that. Target released a bunch of surging booster boxes for MSRP recently, or maybe just slightly above. You could probably expect to see more of them, so you don't need to like FOMO into the set, but as we've seen with other sets, you know, it's not like they're pumping out booster boxes. So I don't know. I have the same question myself. Hello, Dingo. How's it going? Anj, can you guess what language it is? Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. Is it like Indonesian or something? I don't know. Why is Destin generational? Bro, this set is so good. Gen 1, Moltres, Mewtwo, Cynthia's Garchomp, Ethan's Ho-Oh, which is not Gen 1, but you get my point. Nostalgia, really strong SIRs, really strong IRs. Lovely box. Team Rocket. This set is the best mainline set by far, and it's going to do very, very well long term. I'm extremely confident. Very confident. Chris, I just got to your question. I don't know what you were referring to. I can't remember. Sure, baby says, can you wish me a happy birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I wish you happy birthday. I do. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. We have to get a Paldean Fates. Only if you give me a like on the video, though. Or I guess I've already given you a happy birthday, so I've already lost all negotiating power. We have to get Paldean Fates reprint, right? I swear I haven't seen it in the wild for a long time. I don't know. It's over a year old. It came out early last year. Every set that comes out just takes away more opportunity to see Paldean Fates. It just could be a situation where we don't get that much, but that's not to say that we won't. I mean, holiday season, we typically see a lot of product hit the shelves because the Pokemon company, they want product to be on the shelves for people to buy, obviously to make money, but also because it's good for the brand. So they want you to be thinking about it during that time. Will Paldean Fates be on that shelf? There might be a chance for sure. There might be a chance. People will buy it up, though, I'll tell you that. What do you think about vintage Pokemon games? I think they're pretty cool. Sealed product on the rise? Yeah. I don't really invest in games. I know many people do. It's a way bigger market than Pokemon, it feels like. It'd be cool to have like some boxed games. I'd like an Emerald CIB. That'd be awesome. I think that's a lie. No way 151 UPC. Yeah, we'll see. Nah, oh, I'm way behind. Nah, ain't no UPC being dropped, guys. We'll see. We'll see. Seems pretty credible info. They should never stop printing 151. Always. I think they'll print it for 2 more years. And mass, though, it's a different story. If they reprint 151, it doesn't justify the price tag at all. Well, yeah. Market for Evo, 26 a pack. Norway, yeah, we're going to need 50. Yeah, Norway's... I can imagine being in Norway trying to get product. Dude, I did a giveaway a few weeks ago, and the guy ended up living in Norway. Shipping was like $40. I just Venmo'd him the value of the product. I was like, I PayPal him the money instead. I was like, I'm not paying $40 for that, but I'll give you the value of the product. Look, a legend. What's up, Dude 6? Thank you for being here. They aren't reprinting the ETB, maybe true, let alone a UPC Copium. I'm not saying it's like 100% going to happen, but there have been some recent like signs that maybe that could happen. I'm not making this up. With bundles being a new thing, I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon focused more on printing. Yeah, they're definitely way more focused on printing bundles. Way more focused on printing bundles. They're way easier to do than ETBs. Big reason why we haven't seen as many ETBs recently. Buying surging now in mass, you'll be good long term. Yeah. Pokemon Center UK finally sold out of Temporal and Paradox. Yeah, our market doesn't affect ours, yeah. But worth noting that those 2 sets are likely done with booster reprints. That's a good point. I didn't realize that they actually sold out, Martin. I know they were up like a week ago when I looked. Coffee. Cheers. Hey, cheers to all y'all. Dude, I like these morning streams. What do y'all think about the morning stream? I'm kind of into it. I wake up, you know, hit a little shower, get a little coffee, walk on over. It's nice. It's nice. 'Cause usually I get home from work, I'm so tired, and I'm just like, ugh, I got to stay till 12, which it's fun, but I'm like, the next day, then I'm tired too. What do y'all think? A little Sunday morning for all my EU friends. Thank you all. Thank you all again for being here. If you want to support me, consider liking this stream. I've already said that 3 times, but there you go. I would appreciate it greatly. It helps me out a lot in the algorithm. You certainly don't have to, though. Always hold out of print sealed product that's popular. Yep. SV is slept on. Is it slept on? I know SV block is attached to Nostalgia 151 Rocket, black and white. I think it deserves more respect. Sword and Shield, still my baby, but data is data. I don't think SV has slept on at all. I think it's the most hyped era. Like ever. The question is, when the next eras come out, I'm not really referring to Mega. Maybe, yeah, I guess Mega, because we can expect it to be better than SV. We can expect every upcoming era to be better than the last. I mean, that's ideally what should be the case. The question is, if something better comes out, are we going to look back at SV and be like, that's the best era? In the same way that we do to Sword and Shield, where we look at the best sets and go, man, those alt arts are something else. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a few sets that I think that's true, but I think sets like Twilight and Surging and Paradox and Temporal, like, will those hold the same gusto? You know what I'm saying? Will Destined Rivals be outperforming even the special sets over time? Probably not. 151 and Prismatic, but like Destined Rivals will do very well. Very well. Sorry, you keep barking. She's very upset. I have 3 Emerald completed boxes. I'm down to make a trade for some sealed. I have a sealed copy. I'm probably not trading any of my Pokemon for games. If anything, I want to buy some sealed. For sure. Celebration Single is a good buy right now, you think, Travis? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not very organic. It's very very pumpy to me. I don't buy singles like that. Should I hold the Black Bolt White Flare Boost bundle sell straight away? I don't think holding is going to be the best move, probably, if I had to guess. Holding, maybe, but I wouldn't want to hold those that much. They're going to be making a lot of them. That was me with the giveaway. Yeah. Oh, Scara. Oh, Casper. You're Casper. Oh, you changed your name. Or maybe your name was the same. Dude, yes. What's up, brother? I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm selling off 5K of sealed. I've held it the last year. Small portion of my holdings have hit percentage goals. Time to sell them to buy newer sets. Chris, could be the move. Could be the move. That day, they pinged the UPC. They also pinged the Evolving Skies ETB. 10Com, are they reprinting those too? I think the difference, you're talking about Target, I think, right? I think the difference is that they updated the listing for UPCs on Costco. I'm not making this up, and I'm not saying it's like a guarantee that we'll see them, but they changed the status from inactive to new in the system. So it's worth keeping an eye on. That's all I'm saying. What do you think about Destined Rivals PC ETBs will be in a year or so? Can't say what price they'll be, but I think you can expect some more product for Destined Rivals PC ETBs to hit the market over the next 6 months. But I think like a year from now, even the end of next year, like it's going to be a good investment. I mean, it already is, for sure. Hello, Liz. Good to see you. Let's see. Easy to me, it feels like the opposite being slept on. You can get Silver Tempest the same as Paldea and almost Twilight Masquerade. Brilliant. Not too much higher. Yeah. Yeah. But Brilliant and Lost Origin are really, really good. So you enjoy the morning stream, so EU can watch. Shout out to EU Shout out to my my folks across the pond. Many of my viewers are EU. Very surprising to me. Happy y'all are here. Was there better buyouts meant 3-5? Dude, Protective Dude gave $4. What the heck? And there's a coffee emoji on it. Dude, thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That's a lot of money to just give to somebody. That is a lot of money to just give. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. You know, shout out to Protective Dude. Protecting all of us today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Thank you, dude. The data is the data. The data is the data. That's a funny clip. What's your investment strategy over the next year? Are you selling more than buying, switching to more short-term flipping? Market feels dumpy. My strategy is to invest in good sets at good prices and continue to build my own portfolio. And then I'm always also water. I'm always also evaluating my portfolio, whether it's worth to keep something. For instance, Evolving Skies, I'm not going to be selling over the next year, but Prismatic ETBs, I might be. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity to get good Scarlet and Violet special sets at MSRP, drops, Target, you name it, whatever, Costco. But I don't think the market is dumpy. The thing about Pokemon is that it's not like crypto or stocks where people can just hit a button and sell it, right? It takes time to liquidate portions of your portfolio. And there's also a mechanic where supply is dwindling over time because it's being opened, and rip and shipping is contributing to that. So, you know, I think my plan is to just get the right sets at the right price and then continue to evaluate as months go by, and to not FOMO into things that are super overpriced. I want good booster boxes from the SV era at MSRP. That's a huge goal of mine. And I want more Sword and Shield. And I kind of want some Sun and Moon. I do. How does Pokemon card investing compare to Bitcoin investing? I guess I kind of talked about that. But a lot harder to sell. Or I should say it's, there's, you know, you can't hit a button, right? Bitcoin and Pokemon both have people who really believe in the value of the products, but Pokemon is a lot more speculative because it's based on a game, it's based on art, it's based on an IP, which is a lot different than Bitcoin, which is based on a promise for something in the future, essentially. So there are a lot of similarities, and money definitely flows in between both, more so from crypto like Bitcoin to Pokemon. But I think a lot of new investors don't really understand what it's like to own Pokemon for a long time, go through the downs and the ups, liquidate, because at some point you are going to want to take profit. So and you're physically storing them. So there's a lot of differences, but there's also a lot of similarities, for sure. I dig the morning stream. Have coffee along with you, my dude. Shout out DC, my boy. Thanks for the stream. Do this every Sunday. Awesome. Dude, okay. Thank you, James. Appreciate the feedback. Other than PC ETB, PC 151 ETBs, the Evolving Skies PC ETBs will hit 1K. No doubt, at some point. Guys, what do we think? Hear me out. What do we think about Pokemon Center ETBs? What comes to your mind? Probably that they're the best product. Probably that they're exclusive. But I feel like when you dig under the hood a little bit, do you think that they're going to be super easy to liquidate long term? Like when a 151 PC ETB is like over $1,000, right? Because I do believe it will be. It has a little stamp on the box. The box looks the same. A lot of boxes look different, but they're mostly similar. It has a stamped promo in SV era, not in Sword and Shield, but in SV era. I think a lot of the the stamped promos were manipulated too. Like they were super pumped to make money, to grade. Do we believe in PC ETBs long term? I have some concerns about the product in general. That's not to say I'm not going to be buying them, especially at MSRP, but it's like, I feel like booster boxes are king to me, right? They're king. Most packs, always desired, time tested. I'm not the biggest believer in PCTBs long term. Am I the only one? Am I the only one thinking that? Up and early? What's up, Noah? Yes, up and early, my friend. We're coffee boys today. Cheers. Guys, if you enjoyed the stream and you want to support me, consider dropping me a like. It helps me out a lot. It helps me out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. Although if you don't want to, totally understand. Putting it out there. Bitcoin is controlled by the elite, already productive, dude. Pokemon is still pretty untouched, but more starting to take note. Bitcoin is very much tied to, big institutional money, there's no doubt. It's harder to invest in Pokemon because it is a physical product. Tuscan Trader, yo. What's good, bro? Thank you for being here. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I thought we were at peak 3 months ago, but here we are. Market can be more irrational than you being solvent. There is an argument that the market did peak 3 months ago based on demand and search terms and volume, but we haven't really lost a step, have we? Which is why having a good plan, if you have a good plan in the hobby, like, you don't worry about whatever's happening. I bought Lost Origin and Brilliant Stars booster boxes for $840. Good deal? Yes, definitely. Investing wise, is it worth it to buy regular ETBs or better focus on Pokemon Center ones? That's a good question. I think regular ETB, so PC ETBs is going to be like my default answer, generally speaking, because of the exclusivity. If you can get it at MSRP, they already immediately appreciate a lot, and they don't make as many of them. With that being said, they are going to be releasing more and more with sets that come out to try to meet that demand. Regular ETBs are still a good investment. They're one of the strongest investments, and they've actually been a lot better recently because Scarlet and Violet has been so strong. And ETBs were really undervalued last year, and so they've seen a ton of appreciation. ETBs, you have to be more careful because they make more, but with the last few special sets, they haven't made as many. And I don't mean Prismatic, I mean like before that. So ETBs are harder to make, less packs, more junk in it. Financially, it doesn't make a sense to make as many of those as it does to make booster bundles for the Pokemon company. So I think long-term ETBs are a great play, generally speaking, and they look great to display, which really matters more than people want to admit. So I think, PCTBs are better, but long-term, it's interesting. I wonder if regular ETBs will end up being better because they'll be cheaper and people want to rip them more. And I don't know if people are going to want to rip PCTBs in the future. You know what I mean? Anyway, would you rather hold a Prismatic ETB or Prismatic SBC? SBC. Bought both at MSRP. I feel the SBC will have a smaller print run and be more exclusive. I completely agree. I like everything about the SBC. I have none, and I would like some. But yeah, the UPCs, SBCs are always going to be a good investment at MSRP. Yeah, in comments, YouTube showed your username. Yeah. I remember selling a case of Chilling for $90 a box. Tuscan, I know. And nobody wanted it. I bet it took time for you to sell it. Fusion Strike, Chilling Rain, guys, these were all $90, $75, $80. Nobody wanted it. It's crazy. Crazy times. Isn't that funny? Bought Paldea Evolved for $190 EU. Seems good to me. Costco pinged those, and by the way, it's not a diss to you, brother. I quite like. No, JB, I didn't mean it. I didn't see it as a diss. You're good, bro. You're good, for sure. And it's a ping. It's not like it's confirmed information from within. It's like that's kind of the thing about this hobby. It's like we have no idea what's going to happen. Isn't that funny? Slowly going to buy mostly Destin with some Surging and Journey enhanced. Yeah, man. I mean, if you can get those at good prices, it'll be A-okay. I don't have any Destin Rivals boxes. I don't want to buy them at 250. And I'm worried. Not actually worried, but there's a lot of demand for this set. I hope this market does dump so I can get bigger positions. I wouldn't hate it, but I wouldn't hate if it keeps pumping. There's still value in the market, I think, for sure. This is the play. Open or stay sealed. Temporal ETB, Journey ETB. There's no reason to open any of those, my friend, unless you want to. Remember, we do have fun in the hobby sometimes. We do have fun sometimes, y'all. I opened 2 Destin Rivals booster bundles yesterday myself, and got absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked, but I had fun. The data is the data. JB, $2 donation. Dude, I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is not a small amount of money to give somebody you don't know. So that's crazy. Thank you for considering doing that and actually doing it. That really means a lot. I appreciate your support, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's crazy. Always stay sealed, productive, never rip. There you go. Niori, hello. Just traded in 2 DR ETBs for 1 CC ETB. Win. That's a win to me. Undervalued boxes under 500. Undervalued boxes under 500. Any Sword and Shield under 500. That's how I feel. Silver Tempest. I mean, Lost Origin you can probably get under 500 now. I would say Lost Origin, Chilling Reign, Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest. Those are money. I plan on buying one soon. All the ETBs I listed? Yeah. Yes, productive, dude. People opening their sealed gives me Reddit vibes. I mean, there's different reasons to do different things. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. If you open the stuff because you want to, that's cool. That's cool. All good. But if you can't control yourself opening it with your intent and your intention is to invest, that's maybe less good. Hopefully I can get more DR to MSRP. You will. Chance Sun and Moon will be brought back after XY, like some tag team stuff, you mean? I like Sun and Moon. I like Sun and Moon tag team stuff a lot. I think that was a great era. Best valuable sets are desirable to the community. Nothing like Bitcoin. Switch 2. I did buy a Switch 2. That's a good investment for me because it's fun. Tag team will come back. Yeah, that'd be awesome. They both go up with M2 money supply goes up. True. Very true. How much will 151 bundles be worth in 6 months? Any predictions? I imagine they'll make more and release more, but I mean, they're already what? They were 66 for the longest time. Now they're what? Over 70? If we don't get many more, they'll probably go up to 80, 90, 74 plus shipping included. But they'll be bought up. They'll be bought up like crazy. I'd say sub 100, but higher than it is now. I could be wrong. We'll see. Maybe higher. 6 months isn't that long, though. Let's see. Catching up. Just buy what's most popular. Will be out of print soonest. Exclusive. Data is the data. PCTBs are goated. I guess they are. Their performance is undeniable. I think they'll remain king for special sets. Set with booster boxes, more questionable. More questionable. True. Ern says, what comes to mind equals shilling? Yes, always. Always. Shill. Guys, buy Chilling Reign and buy, what else do I own? Lost Origin, Fusion Strike. You should buy this. You should buy a lot of these, and I will agree with that. Good morning, Ern. Good morning. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. It's not over. Still have Sunday. Stamp promos are at least printed products. Don't forget that. Smallest pop report cards. Oh, I'm not a fan. I get it. I get it. I get your argument. PCTBs, man. How much will 151 bundles get up to after printing is done? After printing is done, I mean, sky's the limit, essentially. It's a set that's going to be open for a while. Exclusivity plus popularity equals the best. There you go. I think PCTBs are the next best thing after booster boxes. Probably true. You can make an argument that they're better than booster boxes as well for some sets. Thank you for being here, Emma. Good to see you. Everyone chill. Ernest here. Yeah, guys, best behavior, please. Unk has arrived. I'm just kidding. That was rude. I apologize. Popularity trumps exclusivity. I'm old too. Wait, you're not old. I'll stop talking. As long as ETBs are a thing, PCTBs with blah, blah, blah will be big collect. Yeah, true. True. I have 95% of my net worth in Pokemon. Bad idea. I think you should, if you have a mortgage, you should sell your house. If you have children, you should liquidate them and put that money into like Crown Zenith or something. I think that'd be a good investment. Kids are a bad investment, right? That's what I've heard. And then, like, would you rather have a Crown Zenith ETB increasing in price or a kid who does not increase in price? I don't know. So I think, no, to answer your question seriously, I do not have anywhere close to 100% of my net worth in Pokemon. Some people might. It depends on your own financial, your risk tolerance, your belief. But I can't say I would recommend that. Can't say I would do that personally. Least amount of risk. DC from the V, new member alert. I think you're my first member, which makes sense because you're I think you've commented the most on my videos and probably supported me equally as much. Dude, DC, welcome. My first chucker. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you very much. I'm working with my friend to create some new art for the member, what do you call them, badges. So those will be coming out at some point. But yeah, that's pure support for me. Thank you. I do too. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. Very true, John. Very true. You're good. I'm just talking shit on a Sunday morning, Pokey Chef. But thank you for being here. Cheers. Appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all of you being here. If you enjoy and want to support me, consider liking the stream. Consider it. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps a lot with the algorithm. No obligation, of course, but just a way to support me. Truly believe that sealed Pokemon is better than gold, silver, Bitcoin, and any other investment. I have lots of booster bundles and ETBs, put my life savings in it. That's conviction. That's conviction. That's crazy. Store value. Store value, I suppose. You know what I mean? Takes on vintage. No sealed, but vintage singles. I know less about vintage singles than most people in the space who might pay more attention to that, but yeah, I think vintage is doing quite well now. It's getting harder to open packs. Singles are getting more expensive. But would I recommend investing in them? Grading them? Probably a better play. Chuck in Canada, MSRP doesn't exist anymore. Brutal. Brutal, brother. No MSRP at all box stores. Yeah. Yeah. That's rough. You look like Andre from Ape Crime. What is that? Am I about to be offended? Andre Schiebler. Shout out. Yeah, I see it. Shout out to Andre Schiebler. I don't know who this is. He didn't get in trouble. What is this? Is this a band? Pop. Okay, they make music. Okay. Shout out to Andre from Ape Crime. Is video delayed? I think it is. I think there's a slight delay. I'm also like trying to catch up on comments, and I'm like really behind, so I apologize. Off topic, what do you think about Rudy's video about Pokebros trying to move into Magic? Dude, Final Fantasy, that is true. That is true. There's a lot of focus on Final Fantasy. And guys, when it comes to speculative hobbies, people are they're gonna follow the hype. They're gonna follow hype, and that's where hype is right now. So if Magic if they keep getting big IPs like this that people like, and collector boxes keep going up the way they do, it's gonna take some attention away from Pokemon. No doubt. But do I think that people are gonna like go from Pokemon to Magic en masse? Like, not really. Not really. I became ambidextrous from watching Stay Happy, Rip, and Ship. I can't hold my car keys. Oh, you were rip and shipping. Dude, that must be exhausting. That must be exhausting to do rip and ships. No one talking about Sun and Moon boxes? Yeah, they pumped quite a bit. They're hard to get now. I'm shilling rain 24/7. Me too, brother. Acted from Joel. Evo Skies or Crown Zenith? Both. Hello, Christian. Said hi. Wave emoji. Hi. I love that message. I don't know, it makes me laugh. Evo about to break ground already ran so much lately. Hi, PokeChuck. Thank you for the content. I'm glad I subscribed. Dude, Roy, thank you for watching the content. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate being here. Thank you, man. It's very nice. Biggest sob story. Pre-ordered Kiss Evo for 800 and ripped the thing with my wife for fun. You did something for fun during COVID with your wife, Joel? That's terrible. Disgusting. Disgusting. I've also ripped a few Evo boxes. I hope you pulled something good because I didn't. But hey, life is short, man. Enjoy it. Hi, William. William said hi, emoji. that geeks me out. What's up, William? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. If you use labor, the kid will pay off. Hey, you said it. You said it. Desperate Rivals cards seem really easy to get 10s in, not good for PSA 10 collectors. It's a good point. It's a good point. My Desperate Rivals cards were shit. How do you become a member? There's like a join button or something. Bought Shining Legends ETB for 300. Sold that 1 month later for 600. Oh, Christian. That sounds like a win to me. Who's this Chucker? Seinfeld? Yeah, bro. True. Liked? Thank you. Thank you for liking the stream. Bruce Rumble display case, severely underrated. Would I say it's underrated? 151 and Paldean Fates booster bundle cases. I mean, there's already a premium on them. For sure. I trust tag more than PSA. Interesting. Interesting. What's the advantage of using tag over PSA? Can somebody let me know? That's the point. Look what happened to Vintage Magic. It could happen to Pokemon. Basically no growth for 5 years. Yeah, I mean, isn't the thing with Magic that they like reprint old cards or something? And that's part of it. Or they like re-release them. PSA is boosting the economy for PSA 10 collectors by misgrading. Interesting. So you need to worry about PSA status control. Yeah. Competition is good, always. Pokemon has been a mess trying to collect. There are too many scalpers. Kind of like the new Final Fantasy set. Can't get it? Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get. Hard to get. Some secret lair was announced. Interesting. Sonic secret lair was announced. Interesting. It's more of a Pokemon coming out with something people lose interest in vintage entirely. People follow the hype. That's what they do. If there's hype in vintage, they'll go back into vintage. Kind of like we saw in 2020. You know what I mean? Pokemon is already relatively subpar TCG. Most don't play it. themselves and saying it's about art. So yeah, no worries about people leaving at this point. Yeah, there's better trading card games. I've been thinking about getting into Flesh and Blood. I played a little bit of Magic, which was pretty fun. I tried to get into the Pokemon TCG, maybe if I gave it more of a chance, but it didn't really speak to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's the biggest IP in the world, so it's always going to be popular as long as that's the case. I'm back. What's up, Chuck? Chilling Reign chase cards. Meh. What do you think? A lot of people feel that way. I think the Blaziken and the Moltres are really good. You look like someone who opens a pack of cards daily. How dare you? I wish. I wish. But yeah, Pokemon is an ecosystem. You got games, people with 5K and plushies. Yeah. It's a lot bigger than the card game, guys. It's a very small revenue compared to everything else they have going on. Everything else. I think I'm catching up with comments. This is monumental. Chilling Reign is an A-tier set. Fight me. Sue me. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand what everybody else likes too. You know, people like Lost Origin and Fusion more, which I think is a fine opinion to have. I like Fusion more too. I just collect cards with good art prices secondary. Yeah, it's a way to go about it. For sure. What do you think about Theodore Roosevelt, bro? Theodore Roosevelt, bro. What do I think about Theodore Roosevelt? Bro, he could do a lot of push-ups. He could do a lot of push-ups. Seemed like a good guy, no? Teddy Roosevelt. He was what was he? He started a Coca-Cola. What did they do? I think he did something. I'm still all about the 10s with Evolving Skies. Bought ungodly amounts. Yeah, $20 from Evolving Sky. Are you talking about the Kanto 10s? That is, those are a good deal. I need to look into that. Yeah, Analyze, you mentioned that a few days ago. What's up, Kate? Based? Yeah, true. I think he's Coca-Cola or something. And he could do just. Good to see you. One Piece TCG is dude, One Piece TCG is pretty good. The game is fun. It's very fun. How's the market? Bro, the market is hello Mitra. The market doing its thing. It's doing its thing. We're seeing shadowy figures move things around. It's very interesting. Finally, something happened recently. Celebrations got targeted a few days ago. For sure. Live comment. Yeah, Kanto Power 10s can't stop myself. Probably bought every single one in my area via Facebook. You're buying them for 20 on Facebook? Dude, I feel like the only thing I see on Facebook is people like selling Destined Rivals booster boxes for like $260 and just Prismatic everywhere and nothing in between. You know what I mean? I wish people sold things like Kanto Power 10s here, but it's all just like scalpers selling shit they got at Costco. And it's kind of sad because I want to buy some booster boxes, but nobody ever lists them. Maybe they will soon. Did you vote for red or blue in last elections? You trying to get me in trouble, Furman? You trying to get me in trouble? The only thing I vote for is green. The only thing I vote for is green. I have no morals. I only watch Pokemon cards go up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna move past your question, if that's cool. I don't know if it's the space for this. Have you ever considered growing a bushy mustache? Dude, I've tried to grow a mustache. It's absolutely brutal. You don't want to see it, man. You don't want to see it. Yo, Pokey Chuck, what's good? Harry, what's up, my guy? Yo, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Glad you could finally make it because I started at an early time. Cheers. TCG is a few, but it's a bit more expensive and you have to pay taxes. Yeah. Yep. Yep. My favorite way is to buy on Facebook under market and not pay taxes or fees, my friends. Can you give an honest opinion of Team Rocket Joey? Dude, I like Team Rocket Joey. He's a chill guy. He's a chill guy. I think he has a... most of his content is centered around engagement. Like, how can you get the most engagement, right? So a lot of that is going to include rage bait. In this space, and Pokemon investing particularly, there's a lot of room for creativity and for rage bait content. And I think he does a really good job with the topics that he chooses and the people that he kind of targets. And I think his underlying messages are totally fine for the most part. He's actually pretty nice, so I don't think there's like any hard feelings or anything when he's talking about somebody. It's like, yeah, he's the only one doing something different right now. I think that's true. There's a lot of room for entertaining creators in this space. You know what I mean? So I enjoy his content. I think it's fun. And I don't want to speak for him, but it's not like there's bad blood. It's just good for content. Say this. Joey summed up: clickbait, rage bait, say the same 5 catchphrases, have some good points, but also points being said just to get a reaction. That's pretty accurate, I guess. That's pretty accurate. It's not that deep, you know what I mean? I think that's the theme. Hi, Kay. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Joey pumping my celebrations bags. Bro's a champ. I don't think he could ever sell Shining Fates or Celebrations. It's like too much part of his brand now. Guys, I might wrap it up soon. I'm running out of coffee and I might go get some food. Because it's Sunday. It's not 12 a.m. It's 12 p.m. Well, that being said, I think this is a good time. Good time to stop. What can I leave you with? Let's keep an eye on the market. Obviously, more videos coming out soon. We'll see what happens. I love your videos, bro. Dude, thank you, Harry. I appreciate your support, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Andrew. You take care, too. Guys, appreciate y'all hopping in on Sunday morning. I think we had the most viewers I've ever had. I think we peaked around like 90 or something, which is crazy to me. Really crazy. So, and thank you to Productive for donating, for JB for donating. TC became a member. This is really fun. Guys, thank you for doing that. Your support means the world to me. None of this is possible without you. I started a month ago, really a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago at this point. But it was not long ago. I had 13 subscribers, and then here we are. So it's been fun to get to know y'all. Keep making videos. Keep ranting. We're gonna keep ranting in our videos. This is a boring channel. Hit the dislike button. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that. Joel with $5. You were real and have a good day, dude. Thank you. Oh my God, I really appreciate that, man. You've been here for so long, supporting. Yeah, donations are never expected, but so appreciated. I really appreciate that. That's a lot of money to give to somebody that you don't know. Thank you for supporting me in that way. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. $5. Yeah, guys, have a good weekend. Don't get the Sunday scaries if you can help it. Enjoy the day. We'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. Really appreciate it again. Y'all have a great day. Peace. Let me get this thing out of the dog paper roll.